So the question of the hour is, how do you feed and what do you feed Black Angus steers, or just a herd of steers in general? Here on our farm we have 5 head of Black Angus. It's actually normally 6, but we have a bull that is studded out. What we do is we feed them hay. It's good old hay, and they have plenty of pasture to graze on. So in here, this is the little feed area. It needs a good clean out, so that'll be a future video. Stay tuned for that. But right here we have homemade head gates, just some 2x4s, 2x6s and some stuff all screwed in, and they can stick their heads in there, perfect size. We throw some hay over from the hay bay and throw it through the little window in there, put it in there, shake it up and stack it up there. So right here we have all of our stored hay. This stuff right here, you can tell is very bleached. It looks a lot like straw, but it's actually hay. That cutting of hay was a bad cutting. It was cut late and it was just old and stemmy, so there wasn't a whole lot of feed value in it. But that's kind of the perk of beef, is they do eat almost anything. But stuff like that, I doubt they're gonna eat any of that. That's just because it's been sitting out of the sun and the rain and whatnot. It's all bleached out, so I don't know how that's gonna feed. But the stuff in the back should feed okay. So that's what we feed them hay-wise. We normally feed that hay throughout the winter and spring and fall, you know, when the grass isn't growing. But when the grass is growing like it is right now, today is August 25th, and the grass is growing real nice. Nice, lush, and green. I just mowed it last week, and it looks beautiful. I mowed both pastures. See, that one goes over there and everything. I mowed those pastures, both the pastures. They were really tall, and they were thick, and it was wild, and we got them mowed, and it's really nice. And so after we mow it, of course, we're gonna shut this gate. This gate right here and another gate over there leads to the second pasture. Now, if you know anything about beef farming or cattle or dairy farming or anything, you know about rotational grazing. Rotational grazing is when you put the steers on one lot, they eat that down while you let the other one grow, then you swap them over. You put the steers on the other lot and you let this one grow. So that's what we're doing. We currently have the steers, 5 of them, they're up top of there, and they are grazing in this pasture. Just mowed it. It's beautiful and it's looking great, and it's growing really nice. That is basically the entire process of feeding steers. It's a very straightforward process, and if your herd's anything like ours, it's pretty low maintenance. Throw them in the pasture, we feed them hay every day, and they eat to their heart's content. Because beef, you're just trying to fatten them up. You sell them privately, you can sell them at the sales barn, you can do whatever you really need to do with them. Occasionally, you're gonna have your maintenance and everything. If you click this video right here, you can go watch this video, but that is where we banded our calf and we put fly spray on our steers. We ran them through the chute and through the head gate. It was a pain in the butt, but we got it done. That's a pretty picture. Anyway, that is the entire process pretty much of making beef, growing beef, feeding steers. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful. I hope this gives you some insight on what you should do on your farm and everything. If you want, please consider subscribing down below and click the bell icon right next to it. You'll be notified of new uploads. Anyway, see you in the next one.